All right, I am reviewing the BESTEK 500W power inverter. Pretty cool specs, 500 watts. I have an oscilloscope, which obviously isn't playing super well with my camera. This is like a pretty old school, literally old school, because I think I got it from a high school secondhand from eBay for super cheap. Yeah, so that's an oscilloscope with a true like CRT display. And yeah, I have a load right here, just a lamp. I'm honestly not 100% sure of all the wattages. This is my roommate's lamp I borrowed. I would say they're probably around 60 watts per lamp. And I just realized this is a CFL, so that's 12 watts, just to give it some load to see if it affects its behavior. So let me turn it on. Fan turned on, it's on. Oh, the light's also on. I'll turn these off so you can see. Unloaded. It's kind of hard to see, but that's, I don't call that a sine wave. This is set to, I think 20 volts per div. So let me actually position this better. That's not what a sine wave looks like at all. It's mostly like, it might as well be, you know, I don't know what to call that. It's somewhere in between DC and AC. So I'll turn on these lamps. So there's some actual current flowing and doesn't really change anything. Actually, yeah. Could you hold this so we can see how the oscilloscope changes while I turn the lights on and off? Just get a good view of that screen. Nice. Doesn't really change that much. And
it doesn't matter that it's in different holes.
No. And I'm just gonna turn it off really quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and start my car. See if that makes any difference. Just might increase the DC voltage a little bit. All right, now I'm going to turn this back on. Oh, it looks like the voltage is a little bit higher now. This isn't a super calibrated, you know, I wouldn't even trust these readings very much because I didn't even pay attention to the fine control of the volts per div. So all I know is that the voltage is higher. I'm going to turn on the lights. Can you hold this again?
Yeah.
So with the engine running, and it does slightly change the waveform. Interestingly enough, that's the CFL I'm turning on and off. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I turn on and off. But yep, so that kind of affects it. Yeah, now I'm just gonna use my multimeter and hook this up to show just the RMS voltage. So I'll be right back. All right, part two. Okay, so now I have my multimeter. Can you get a good view of this, please? So I'm going to set it to AC. Turn it on. Engine's not running. So I believe this should, yeah, this is, as far as I know, this is RMS. Could be wrong. So 116 volts. Let's turn those lights off. And again, I think this should probably be around 100 watts total. Interesting. Okay. That doesn't matter, I guess. Okay. Now I'm going to actually hold this. So I'm just going to see what my battery voltage is right now. So I'm trying to turn this off. I don't like playing with probes when there's 120 at them. Alright, so I'm going to switch this to 20 volts DC. Show what my battery's at. Battery's at 12.3. Yeah, so that's pretty close.
Pretty close to 20.
Oh wait, it's rated for output 115, so that's super close. That's really good. It was 116, I believe. Yeah. So I'm going to start my car. That'll make the battery voltage a little higher. Let's see how that affects it. It shouldn't affect it at all. What is that? 12.5, right? I think
12.33.
the battery was at 12.5, I think.
12.33.
Oh, it was? Oh, 12.3. Oh, it's right in here. Okay, so now we're at 14 volts because the engine's running. So let's see how that affects the output AC voltage. Turn this on. Was it like 116 before, right? Okay, for some reason it's at 101 volts, but let's give it a load. That should stabilize it a little bit. Okay, so that's super weird. I don't know why the heck we're at 106 right now. That's very strange. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, yeah, we're at 106. Yeah, 106, I believe that's RMS. I'm going to turn off the engine, that's super weird. And now we're back at 115. 115 loaded. So let me unload it. Okay, so that's, yeah, I wonder why that is. Let me just do that again to make sure that wasn't a fluke. So the voltage should be like 12.5 volts DC at battery right now, and I think it's got to 14, right? That was like 13.99.
Oh, I don't remember. Is that? Oh, it was at 116 before you turned it on. And then it goes down. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Very strange.
Maybe it's too much for it to handle those things.
I mean, the load isn't changing. The load's the same. It's actually giving it more power to work with. It's, you know, the voltage of the battery is higher. So that should not be happening at all. Unless there's, I mean, I could be wrong. There could be something I don't know about electronics that makes this okay. But yeah, so right now we're at like right around 14 volts. And to do it again, yeah, 106. Strange. Very strange. So I was probably wrong at first when I don't know if they can hear me because the engine's on. I'm gonna get close. Yeah, I thought it actually was higher on the scope, but I could be wrong. And maybe just the shape's changing enough to make the RMS level change, even though the peak voltage increased. I don't know. In any case, it's changing at 14 volts. So whatever. That's not right. I'm sure once this is uploaded, we can look really close at the scope and see the exact change between what it looks like with 12.5 volts DC input and 14 volts DC input. That's it. Bye.